Hi, Kelly Bruning here from Soaps and Such. And tonight's face regimen is going to be regarding oily faces and oily skin. So, Overjoyed control over oily faces face regimen. That's what's on task for tonight. Welcome, everybody. So, in this talk, I'm going to talk about some of the challenges of having an oily face and recommend some natural soaps and such products, face regimens that can help you balance the hydration with the oil. So, that's the big thing with oily skin is that you're trying to keep it hydrated while also not getting it over oily. And then you have some overactive glands that are secreting sebum, which is the oil that naturally rises to the surface that our body produces. The sebum rises to the facial surfaces and can be overactive in some people, causing skin to be oily. So that's one of the factors about oily skin is that overactive glands that secrete the sebum that push the oils to the surface in an unmanageable way. So those of you that are joining me tonight, you can also put your comments in the comment box and I'll try to answer those along the way. I'm getting a little bit better at this, so I'm able to look at my PC and answer those questions as we go along here. So feel free to ask questions as we go away. So again, with oily skin, how do you know that your skin is oily? Is that shiny throughout the day? And you might be happen to use some blotting papers to blot the oils away. So you have an oversecretion of oil to the epidermis of the outer skin caused by glands that secrete high levels of sebum in your skin. That's usually done naturally to keep your skin hydrated. So again, it's balancing, okay, I have the secretions of sebum that rise to the surface of my face and cause this oil, but I don't want to use harsh chemicals that will strip away those oils and make my face dry. So it's balancing the hydration of your face, which is the biggest challenge in oily skin. And maybe, it may be some acne problems if you really have some overactive um, sebum, overactive glands producing that sebum to the epidermis. So again, excessively blotting throughout the day, oil on your face with blot papers or tissues is an example of having an oily face, or oiliness all over the place in excess. Now remember, in the T-zone here, right here, down your center of your forehead, down your nose, and then across right here. If the T-zone only is a little bit oily, then you may have normal skin. If it's oily all over, then you would have oily skin. And we need to talk about balancing hydration with over drying. So again, I want to make mention that what we put on our skin goes into our bloodstream, that this isn't a wetsuit that we use on our face or on our hands. It's our skin. Skin has pores, and through the pores goes the chemicals, or anything we put on our skin goes in our pores, that goes into our system. So my passion at Soaps and Such is to formulate wholesome products as naturally as I can, so that we put on our face and put on our skin, penetrates those pores and delivers a natural remedy over a synthetic or chemical remedy that may be harmful to our systems. Okay, so one thing that I have a note here to make sure that I mention as we deal with oily skin, so that I don't forget, and we mentioned this at the end, is that I would really recommend for people that have oily skin to use a mineral makeup powder regimen. Okay, oftentimes liquid makeups can block pores and they can add to secretions on the skin. So I would really recommend that people with oily skin try a mineral makeup product line. Of course, Soaps and Such, I do make a mineral makeup product line, and it's awesome. That's what I use when I use makeup. I don't have any makeup on today. I've been out fishing all day, so I don't have any makeup on, and when I do have makeup on, I use mineral makeup myself. And Soaps and Such does have mineral makeup at soapsandsuchalpina.com. And the reason why I say it's particularly for oily skin or acne skin to look at what type of makeup you're using and to consider switching to mineral makeup is because mineral makeup does not block pores. It allows your skin to breathe. That's kind of what attracted me to even investigate mineral makeup, and because I was a skeptic of it, I said, how do these minerals and powders really work? And all I could think of was a geisha lady with white faces or a mime with mineral makeup. I said, that's not going to work. But when I researched it more fully, it was challenged by the fact is, how does mineral makeup work? What does it do? What are the benefits? I learned that mineral makeup does not block your pores like some liquid makeups do. And therefore, when you're blocking your pores, that oil is just being blocked inside there. So having a mineral makeup will help also absorb any oils on your skin. So I would really suggest that. We do have mineral makeup on our website if you want to take a look at it. The big difference between mine and other makers of mineral makeup is I make mine with a carnauba treated cerussite. And before I launched that mineral makeup, I actually pulled it back and learned all about carnauba treated cerussite. It's actually used on fire victims because it resists creasing and is a smooth feeling, so it's not rough on the skin. So the big difference with my mineral makeup compared to something like Bare Minerals is that mine is a carnauba treated cerussite, which further allows it to go have a creamy feel, believe it or not, even though it's a powder. And it also resists creasing. So if you have any fine lines, the mineral makeup will not crease in those lines. The base makeup, my base makeup with the carnauba treated cerussite does not crease in your face. The eyeshadows does not crease. So, but more importantly, as it pertains to tonight's talk on oily skin, is that the mineral makeup will absorb oils and not contribute to blocking pores. So that's really important with acne skin and oily skin, is to really look at your makeup and consider a mineral makeup routine. And at Soaps and Such, I'd be glad to show you our mineral makeup offerings, or you can investigate it on your own on our web at soapsandsuchalpina.com, hit categories and hit mineral makeup. But as usual, I'm always willing to speak with anybody about our mineral makeup product line. So I just want to make mention of that because I have a note here. Don't forget to mention that with oily skin, that mineral makeup is a great option to help control oily skin. Okay. Then again, with all the face regimens that I've talked about, I always say a makeup remover, then you use some type of a makeup remover, a cleanser, and a astringent, and a moisturizer. And yes, even with oily skin, you use a moisturizer. So again, what we do with oily skin is try to balance the excess oil with properly hydrating the skin without producing more oils and without overstripping your skin so that it gets all dried out because you've washed those oils away, and now there's nothing left so that it gets dry. Okay, so makeup remover, again, I would recommend our gentle makeup remover here for oily skin. Takes off the makeup right away. Has a little bit of coconut oil, but that's okay. A lot of people think just because you have oily skin, you can't put oil on your skin, and that's not true. But I would recommend this to take your makeup off. We also have some makeup remover. We call it a 3-in-1 system with cleansing pads and a bigger bottle of the makeup remover. It's called a Fresh Face 3-in-1. I would suggest the one with the, probably the tea tree and lemon for acne prone skin if you wanted to have makeup remover and pad all in one. So I recommend that. Then when we get the makeup off, you have two choices with oily skin, you could try the foaming soap that I love for all skin types, the pomegranate and geranium foaming face cleanser here. And again, it has that calendula extract in it to help soothe skin and eliminate redness. It comes in a big, huge bottle. We also have a travel size. That pomegranate essential oil really helps to nourish the skin and would not exacerbate any type of oil production in oily skin. So you could use the pomegranate geranium face wash for your oily skin face wash. That's one option. Or what I would recommend is, again, the charcoal soap. It has a little bit of peppermint in it, and we call this our Black Diamond charcoal soap. You can see that. And I would recommend that for oily skin because that charcoal in there is going to help sop up or attract oil when you wash. Think of the charcoal soap as kind of a magnet for oil and dirt. So it's a detox type of soap, and it's made with shea butter. At Soaps and Such, I personally make all these. I have a little fun with the design. Each one is different with the black design on the front. But the white and the black are all the same soap. It's just a little bit of a design feature that I like to do with these soaps. But again, the charcoal will help with getting those oils out of your skin, but the shea butter that this is made with will make sure it doesn't strip your face. Because remember, with oily skin, we're trying to cleanse but not strip your face. Okay, so those are two options, either the foaming pomegranate geranium or the charcoal soap for oily skin to wash with. Now, a couple of the big differences in the face regimen come next, especially for oily skin. And what I have formulated for oily skin in order to moisturize is the Fresh Face oil-free lavender lotion for oily skin. And this is awesome. The lavender is an antimicrobial, but unlike all the other lotions in my product line, this has no avocado oil in it. It has no sweet almond oil. It's an oil-free lavender lotion for oily skin. So for those that have oily skin, this is your go-to moisturizer. And you would use this after you've used the makeup remover, you've washed your face, you've used the rose water astringent, and then you would moisturize with the Fresh Face oil-free lavender lotion for oily skin. This will moisturize your skin without adding any oils to your skin. Okay, paraben free, all natural. This one's a little bit difficult to make with the ingredients, but they're all natural ingredients as usual. So you need to remember, if you have oily skin, that's your go-to moisturizer because it's oil-free. That lavender in there isn't antimicrobial, so that'll help with any bacteria buildup on your face. So lavender is known as antimicrobial. Not only does it help us relax and feel good as we breathe it in, but it also is an antimicrobial in that it eats bacteria naturally as an essential oil. So that's why the lavender is in that product. Okay. So that's what you would moisturize with. So then you have your basic regimen done. You've used your makeup remover. You've used either one of these two products for your face, for washing it, the foaming or the charcoal soap. You've used rose water astringent, and then you've moisturized. Okay. So then there's a couple of options that you can do from there. At night, I would suggest you wash your face again with either one of those products you decided to wash with. I'd stick with one or the other of these two. So don't mix those up. So again, rewash your face at night and rewash it in the morning. And the reason why I say rewash it in the morning, because I don't have oily skin, so I don't wash my face in the morning. I just hit it with the rose water. But with oily skin, you need to wash at night and wash in the morning with some type of face cleanser. Okay, and then at night again, I always recommend a night moisturizer for every skin type before you go to bed. And I would limit the amount of products you put on your face when you go to bed. So I would suggest again when you go to bed to put the oil-free lotion on your face to moisturize. Maybe a little bit of eye cream that we have or eye salve that we have around the eyes if you have some aging issues. Okay, that's what I would recommend. Then some extra stuff that you might want to consider, or one of the things I really advocate before I show you the extras, is that with oily skin, I would really suggest what I call a steam facial once a week. Okay, so what I mean by a steam facial is that you get some hot water, as hot as you can tolerate, put it in a bowl, and then put a towel over and put your face as close as you can without scalding or anything to steam out those pores. We have some facial steamers. Okay, this one's for dry skin because that's the only one I had here at home. But we do have one that has tea tree and lemon in it for oily skin or acne skin, and that's the tab that I would recommend. And what you do with this is you put it in that hot water, and it goes psh, it releases. In the case of oily skin, the lemon and tea tree into that pot of hot water, and then you just steam for about 5 to 10 minutes to open up those pores and to drain out that oil once a week. I would really recommend that once a week, a steam facial. Okay. Then if you choose to do a steam facial and you want a little extra control once a week, I would suggest this particular face mask. It's called the 3-clay face mask. Just add water. You'll see it's a big, huge jar. And you see it's brown. You can see that it's powder. Okay. And you see 3 different types of sea clay: green, zeolite, sea clay, and bentonite clay, the 3 clays. Okay. And this particular face mask, you put it on, you got to mix it separately. So you take a tablespoon of the powder out of the jar, you mix it separately with water, okay, because don't put water in here because then it'll be done. You got to use it right away because it'll grow bacteria. So in a separate container, 1 tablespoon with some water enough to just make it into a mud, and then put that on your face. It will suck all the oils out of your face. So you wait till it dries and cracks, about 20 minutes, and then use a hot washcloth, and then wipe it off and splash your face. So that I would recommend once a week, again, to really clean out those pores and get those oils under control. Okay. The last thing you might want to consider if you want to exfoliate your face. Some people like to do that. Again, I would suggest at the most that you exfoliate once a week with any type of skin type. If it's normal or dry skin or mature skin, I would say once every 2 weeks at the most. I personally don't exfoliate my skin. I just don't. But for oily skin, you might want to consider it because it will again open up those pores and let that oil escape for a bit, so it's not building up. This one is made with tea tree and lemon, and again that helps with that bacteria and on your face, and it would be my option for you for a exfoliant facial cleanser for oily skin. And there you'll see the different types of jojoba beads in there. Those will disintegrate upon contact with your skin. So these aren't any type of plastic or anything. Those disintegrate with your skin and wash away safely down the drain. So we're not plugging up sewage systems or anything else like that, because that's not what we're about. Substance Such, we're all about healthy and environmentally conscious type of products. Okay. And the last thing that I have here, I wanted to show you that if you wanted to try, we got a little sample pack here. So if you wanted to try the rose water astringent and that mask I just mentioned, and then this is the charcoal soap done in a smaller form. So this is a trial pack. It runs for $15. These sell out really quick. They are online as well as the rest of the products at soapsandssuchlp.com. But this will give you a trial size of those 3 products, so you can see how they work for your skin type, and see how effective they are without investing in the larger sizes. And some people like these. I take this one with me when I go to teach and I go to Kentucky. I have a little one of those, and I have a little one of those. I don't use this mask. I use a different mask because it's too drying for me. But that's a little sample size packet that is available at soapsandssuchlp.com and also in the shop, where you can do some try before you buys is what I call them, for your oily skin. And before I forget, because I always like to use this diagram when you're applying anything to your face, you see that diagram where you see the 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 is down by the neck, 2 is by the nose, 1 is by the lips, and 3 is by the center of your forehead. But you always want to go up, up and out, up and out. So if I'm applying a moisturizer of any time, get out of my face. Any moisture of any kind, I'm going up and out. Like if I put my moisturizer on my face right now, up and out, up and out, up and out, and your neck up and down. You should be hitting your neck with moisturizer. Okay. So I didn't mention any of the serums. Again, that's that diagram. Again, you always want to go, just think of going the opposite direction of gravity. So don't go this way, go up. And again, center and out when you're applying any type of lotion, serum, or anything to your face. Okay, so I wanted to show you that. Okay, so remember, again, mineral makeup is an option for oily skin types. I would really highly suggest it, especially if you had chronic acne and can't figure out, not acne, but chronic oily skin, or acne actually, and you can't figure out why you can't get rid of it. So I already did my acne beauty regimen. So those of you that have oily skin that has gone into acne, you can watch that separate regimen that I've already pre-taped, and that's on our website. At all our skin regimens are going to be on our website by, I would say, what's today's date? I would say by September 25th, all of them will be up on the website at soapsandssuchlp.com as videos. Up on that website, you'll see skin regimen videos. You click that, and that'll take you to my YouTube. Got a YouTube channel now. Yay! That I actually know how to use. My YouTube channel, all of these will be taped, and you can pick and choose which ones you would like to review again. This one will go on to Facebook as a post as soon as I'm done with it, and then the video will appear on the Soaps and Sups website in a couple of days, probably 2 days, about September 25th, when I get a minute to download it and then re-upload it to the Soaps and Such webpage. And that's where those will reside on a permanent basis, somewhere up there on that menu on the soapsandssuchlp.com website. You'll see face regimen videos, or you'll see a drop down arrow to the right where you'll go to the face regimen videos, and they'll reside there permanently. So if you have a friend that maybe has acne, or another friend that has mature skin, you can always refer them to that webpage where they can review these videos without being a member of Facebook or without being having an account anywhere. So I really want to share that information to empower you and your friends to choose natural products as a face regimen, because we really have to watch what's in our skin. We don't have a watchdog watching those toxic chemicals in our bath and beauty products, including our skin products. There is no regulation of any types of sorts. And I'm a big proponent of healthy products. That's why I created the business, and it's why I'm so passionate about it. I also want to make mention as well that if you would like to schedule a one-on-one appointment with me, free of charge, of course, where you want to talk to me personally on a one-on-one basis about your bath and beauty needs or facial needs, then I'm in the shop Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And we would like you to make an appointment so I can make sure that somebody is in the shop so you have my undivided attention. That usually happens on Saturday right now. We're transitioning some new employees. So right now, Saturdays is when I have someone from 12 until 5. But we like to have those pre-scheduled so I know you're coming, and so I know make sure what type of products I need to go over with you. And that's free of charge. Be happy to do that. I just would like to have a time slot and a commitment from you to show up. Right? And the shop phone number is 989-340-1299. And so you can call and schedule something, again, free of charge. That way you have my undivided attention. I'm not in the middle of a project, and I'm able to spend some one-on-one time with you for your own beauty regimen. I tell everybody, hey, if you come into Soaps and Such, whether you buy something or not from Soaps and Such, I become your personal beauty coach. That's what I call myself, your personal beauty coach. So if you live far away and you want to schedule up a Skype or a telephone call or something like that, I'd be happy to do that too. Again, you can call the shop 340-1299, or you can shoot me a email message at soapsandsuch@charter.net, and I can give you an email back. So I'd be more than happy to do that, because like I said, this is my passion, and I like to empower individuals to have choices on what they put on their face and what they put on their skin and so on. And I've done all the homework. So on all of the toxicity in our bath and beauty products, on all the essential oils that go into our products, Soaps and Such, and my formulations. I've done all the research. I put my nose in the books and in the research because that's something that I really like to do. Gets my brain working. Other than teaching, it gives me something to focus on, and it brings me a lot of joy and self-fulfillment when I'm able to impart my education and advice and what I know to people so that they can make their own choices. So with that ends tonight's session. I'm going to take any questions that anybody may have. So if you have any questions, you can type them in. Type them in there. I think you have a little comment box. So I can type something in there. I think I can type hello. Or not. I can't because my computer isn't, my keyboard isn't tied up to my monitor here. So any questions? I'll hold on to see if any questions come on. Okay, I'm not seeing any. So with that, again, if you want to know any more about these products on a self-study, you can kind of look at our webpage, soapsandsuchalpina.com, hit sort by categories, and then click on face regimens in the categories area. If you want to review any of these videos or recommend any of these videos to your friends or family, they'll reside on that web page, either as might be visible as a top banner, if not in the drop down arrow that'll say face regimen videos, and you can direct your friends or your family to that area or rewatch the video yourself. Um, and of course, if you need any help with products or ordering, you can call me. The main purpose of me doing the face regimens is to give you a little piece of me and talk a little bit about the properties of the products and what I would recommend. I know that I'm not in the shop 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. And as somebody mentioned to me, Kelly, it's like having a little piece of you where we can know what the recommendations are and contact you if we have any questions. So that's the main point of all in the face regimens, is to impart some of those properties of those products on you so that you can make some intelligent decisions about your own face regimens. And I'm always here to help. So this is Kelly Bruning from Soaps and Such. Have a good day.